What is up, all you wonderful people? How are we doing? It is Monday night. That means it is time for a live stream. I am your host with the locks that rocks, Adam Richmond, and this is Surviving Rocklahoma, the official podcast of Rocklahoma. And we are so happy to be here this Monday night. I see a few folks have already joined us in the comments, and unfortunately it looks like Heath is still having issue with replying, but he can comment, so there's that. So what is up, y'all? Let me know how we're doing. Let me know we sound okay. I see a lot of my good friends here in the comments. I see my co-hostess with the most is Christy Gross is in the comments. What's up? Heath Wadsworth of Black Pearl and Sound Pearl. I see Paige Jordan of Camp Drunken Irish. Christian Hopkins, also a proud member of Rockavet, the non-profit organization we love to work with. Alrighty, so looks like we're doing good, so let's go ahead and continue on. You know, Christmas is just a couple of weeks away, so we don't really have any Christmas themed stuff, but you know what? It is a time where folks are getting into a special kind of spirit. And let me tell you, you want to know what to buy somebody for Christmas? Concert tickets. Work every time. Alrighty, folks, so let's go ahead and pay some bills. What do you say? Let's talk about some sponsors. First up is DEB Concerts. With no sound effect. Where you at? I wanna rock! There it is. Sorry, he's almost as deaf as I am. You know what, folks? DEB Concerts are the folks behind that the stage inside of the Roadhouse. Doug's been producing that DEB concert stage at Rocklahoma for several years now. And he's also been producing some concerts in the area as well. He was a proud sponsor of the Cancer Sucks show. And he's been doing a lot more shows at the Shrine as well. So always be sure you check him out at debconcerts.com or look him up on Facebook. Also, we've got At Your Service Rentals, the only place I know of where you can get your own personal restroom for your campsite. Not only that, you can get a swimming pool too, with clean water in the pool. And it is one of my not kept secrets, best not kept secret, I'll put it that way, at beating the heat at those festivals. Rocklahoma 2025 is coming up in, yeah, well, I know, 2024 is not over yet, but, you know, we are all sitting on pins and needles to see what happens for 2025, and we are proud to be the official podcast of Rocklahoma, and they are, it's going to be homegrown this year, so let's see what they put out. Now, also want to holler at Rockavet. These guys believe that music is medicine, and they get that medicine to all the men and women who serve their country and signed their name on the dotted line, not knowing where it was going to take them. And because of that courage, that dedication and commitment, we are so happy to work with Rockavet to give back to the veterans that gave so much to us. If you would like to know what is going on with Rockavet, you got to check them out on social media. They've got some contests that they've been doing on there, and looks like it's been a lot of fun, folks, and people are getting points. It's a name that tune type of deal on their Facebook page, but you got to play to win. It's all in fun. Also, we want to give some love to the Rocklahoma bitches. These girls are proud cheerleaders for the Rocklahoma community, man. Everybody loves that Rocklahoma bitches swag, and they are just always there promoting a good time and just peace, love, and rock, man. It's wonderful working with these girls, and they are proud sponsors of Surviving Rocklahoma, as well as the podcast and media platform that it has become. Also, want to give some love to our proud sponsor and partner, Photography by Angel Lee. She's been doing our photography for the events we've been covering for the past couple of years, including 3 Rocklahomas, 2 Rock the Rivers, 2 Rock the Equinox, and we've even been to Florida twice, traveling the country to bring you festivals. And she has some stunning work. You also ought to check out that photo set that she did for the winner of Miss Rock the River. So congratulations again, Jody. And those pictures were awesome. So well done, Angel and Jody both. Let's not forget about the Big O Bus, bringing a busload of debauchery to a music festival near you. And not just Rocklahoma. They've been to a Rock the River a few years ago, and the last couple of years they've been attending Rock the Equinox and bringing their more family affairs. So it doesn't matter what the mood is. If you got campgrounds or a festival or just a rally or who knows what, give them some love. Big O Bus on Facebook. We also want to thank our metalcore clothing, the folks who have produced our latest couple of shirts, including the tribal skull, which you see there, which the logo we've been using for this year, as well as the proud member of my local music scene t-shirt that we have. And man, the cotton quality on those shirts is great. They are some of my favorite shirts, not just because, it's my stuff on it, just they are so dadgum comfortable. We've got we had hoodies as well, but we sold out. You know what? I need to be getting another order in with them. You ought to do the same. If you've got an event or something coming up, be sure you check out Metalcore Clothing, bands, and campsites. They can also set you all up a store where through their website, where folks can come and buy some merch. So raise those funds for those parties and whatever your brand or project is. So one of my favorite thing about having sponsors is sometimes we get to try a new product, and that's what we've been doing with Pryor's Liquors, Wines, and Spirits. Money's always got the suds to keep me sauced, and one of my favorite things to do over there is to grab, a variety of stuff. And so I never know what I'm going to get whenever I go up to Pryor Liquor, Wines, and Spirits in Pryor, Oklahoma. But this week, I've got something that is quite festive, and I'm very interested by just the can alone from RAR and Sons Brewing Company in Fort Worth, Texas. This week's beer is going to be the Angry Santa, and hopefully it tastes better than what the logo implies. Let's see what we got. So if you guys have got some refreshments handy, or you've got something that you're imbibing on, let's join me in a toast on behalf of Pryor Liquor, Wines, and Spirits. Cheers, y'all. Wow. Okay, that's got a couple of different things going. And I think this says it's a spiced London ale, 12 fluid ounces. This is 8% alcohol. And that's a different, I'm not used to that. It looks like it's dark though. This is a very dark beer, so you Guinness fans might like this one if you're into that sort of thing. With that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and get into the show. We went to a buddy of mine had put on a production in the small town of Little Kansas, Oklahoma, aka Kansas, Oklahoma, in their high school gym as they did a winter toy drive. And the admission to get in was a new unwrapped toy. And once you walked in, you it was an amazing comedy show featuring Native American comedians, and it was so much fun. And I've got to say, they had a really good turnout too. I think they almost filled the floor, and we also had several of our tribal counselors out there, and a couple of other people who are VIPs, and everybody just had a lot of fun. They also had a performance by Casey West, for those of you who are into country and red dirt. I'm seeing the comments here flowing through. So, man, this comedy show was awesome. And he's been doing comedy shows for, a couple of years now. He also did a show at the Shrine last year as they brought some indigenous bands and well, I should say some Native American bands featuring Native American artists. That's the way I should look at it, and including Medicine Horse and War Pony and a few others. Now, this a lot of y'all know I'm a proud Native American Cherokee, and I always love to see some natives getting out there and doing their thing, just like anybody else. And I tell you what, we're going to be brainstorming, and we may be having a project coming up that I may be announcing here within the next coming couple of months. If we just got to put everything together, but it is so good to be working alongside my good buddy Justin. A huge shout out to Justin of Full Blood Clothing, as well as Russell from Sun Eagle Media. They do some great work, and I am so glad to be collaborating with them in the coming future. Also, speaking of collaborations, you remember me telling you that there's a new venue, a new bar that opened up here in the town of Tahlequah called the Squeeze In. It featured some good friends of mine in Through It All. Well, you know what? We're going to be working with them too. So if you would like to see Surviving Rocklahoma, the podcast, at a venue near you, just keep tuned into this podcast, because we're going to start doing some appearances, I think. I see you in the comments, Christy. Let's go to the comments. Let's see what's going on here. Hello, Tawny. What's up, neighbor? Speaking of Tahlequah, Thomas Smith, we're getting some love from YouTube. David Henderson, what is up to Rocklahoma's George Washington? Happy it's cold. I can sport my Rockavet hoodie or my Surviving hoodie. Thank you, Tawny, for supporting your local music community. We're down for live here. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty, folks. So let's go ahead and move on. What in the world? My notes changed up. You know what? We've got a show coming up this weekend. I am very excited about it. I'm going to do my best to make it out there. I always love when there's going to be a big local music, local metal throwdown as there is at the Badass Renee's on the 21st, Michael Freeman's 55 years of badassness, excuse me. This includes Stanley's Revenge, who we played last week, I Forget, Copper Soul, and Stilnoct. Now, these bands have been on several of your lineups that we've covered in the last year or two. And I've got to say, I love each one of these bands. I've also loved that event, that venue down at Badass Renee's. They got a nice little bar in one area. I mean, it's very half and half. So you can, if you don't want to be in the music, you can be over there and hanging out at the bar, or vice versa, or a little bit of both. I know that's not an uncommon thing, but just the way they got it laid out in there, it just always a good venue to hang out with my friends, because we can either get in there in the ruckus and the riffraff, or we can go and have a conversation or play a game of pool. Now, this bar is also, very well known amongst the local music community, as she always hosts a bunch of great rock or heavy metal or even hip hop acts that come through Badass Renee's. So make sure you guys go out and check out this show. Once again, that is Michael Freeman's 55 years of badassness, featuring Stanley's Revenge, I Forget, Copper Soul, and Stilnoct. You know what? Speaking of Stilnoct, you guys have always respond so well anytime we feature that band. And, they played Rock the Equinox, they played Rock the River, I believe they played both. They've also been playing at several of the local venues all year long. They get better every time, and they've got a new track out. It drops tonight at midnight. But just for you guys, we have an exclusive debut of Stilnoct's new track, Change.
Cause I wanna tell you, found the words to say, and I need to hold you till the morning breaks, and I wanna be with you till my dying day. I'm here to tell you, I'm hoping it's not too late.
And that was Chance by Stilnoct, their newest debut. And thank you so much to the band for asking me to feature that right here on the show. Remember, folks, if you would like your music featured right here on Surviving Rocklahoma, all you got to do is shoot us an email, just like Stilnoct did. Y'all give it up, folks. Stilnoct. Studio audience. Yes, sir. Now, once again, you can get that anywhere that you get your music. It will be dropping tonight at midnight, but you heard it first right here on Surviving Rocklahoma. You know, we've got just over a week and a half, I think, until Christmas. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm trying to kickstart the mood. And how about you guys? How's your Christmas preparations going? Drop in the comments where are you at on your Christmas shopping? Do you have awesome plans for Christmas? We'd love to know about them. Let me tell you, we've got some events coming up though. If you're looking for something to do, the next big event that we are going to be talking about, aside from this weekend's Michael Freeman's 55 Years of Badassness, featuring Stanley's Revenge, I Forget, Copper Soul, and Stilnoct. Remember, doors open at 8 p.m. Show starts at 9. That's at Badass Renee's this weekend, the 21st. Now, in February, there's going to be a couple of awesome shows, including Blacktop Mojo with Braden Stewart. This is going to be at the Shrine, featuring Rocklahoma alums and good friends of ours. Dime Store Riot is going to be playing, as well as Crimson Love, who has also been featured on this show and a growing name here in the local music community. So that's going to be an awesome show. That's going to be February 7th next year. Also, about a couple weeks after that, the day after Valentine's Day. It feels so weird to be talking about Valentine's Day when it's not even Christmas yet. But you got to get your tickets, and you got to get them soon. It's possible it could sell out, but yeah, I don't know what the capacity is for the Bowman Twin, but there's going to be some great local heavy bands. This is going to be a Saint Anger Productions featuring Gravehuffer, Paralytic, Neanderthal Jones, Faustian Bargain, Project Eclipse, Soul Link, and BFR. Guys, this is an all ages show. It's only $25 for your tickets. Great stocking stuffers, great Christmas presents. You got to give the gift of music. So find out what your concert buddy or your significant other is wanting to go see, and get them some concert tickets and support local music. And you know what? Speaking of this Bowman Twins show, I'm very excited to remind you that we will be hosting this show. And I've never been to the Bowman Twin before, so I'm pretty excited about it. I do know that one of the guys that works there and is part of their production team is just as much of an avid underground broadcaster as I am, and he's got some really cool toys that we've been talking about linking up and seeing what we could do and put together between the two of us. So huge shout out to the Bowman Twin. And thank you to allowing Saint Anger Productions to put on this show. It's going to be a heavy one, man. Once again, that's Gravehuffer, Paralytic, Neanderthal Jones, a Faustian Bargain, Project Eclipse, Soul Link, BFR. Once again, that's $25, all ages show, so you can bring the little mini headbangers. Once again, that's a Saint Anger Productions. I feel you, Scott. Going back to the comments, a few of you said, Christy's only got 3 things left to buy, and that she's effing done. Scott's not a fan of Christmas. Where's our Rocklahoma Grinch? That's what we need. That's what we're missing. Maybe that's why I'm not feeling the Christmas spirit just yet. I hadn't seen the Grinch yet this live stream. Let's see what other notes we've got going on. You know, and this is going to be a little bit of a shorter show, folks, because just to be honest, we're in between projects. We're in between festivals, and it's Christmas time, man. I don't really have a lot of shows that I'm going to be doing this month. So I tell you what, we do want to feature your local your music here on the show. And it's super easy to do so. And before I tell you how to do that, I want to say thanks, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Thank you for sharing the podcast and getting your music buddies to send us tracks and stuff for us to feature. And it is just always so much fun doing this show and talking with you folks. Remember, if you would like your music featured on Surviving Rocklahoma, all you got to do is shoot us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Where you guys going to be playing? Where can people see your band? Where can they get more of those tasty tunes that you send us to the podcast? Well, submit your gigs as well so we can let them know where to see you and where to come support local music and get your merch and jam out with you while you're on stage. It doesn't matter where you are consuming the content. Make sure you remember to like, follow, and subscribe. Those numbers do matter, folks. And as we get more growth, we get to unlock new things. And let's see. Alrighty. So once again, folks, I do hate to cut the show short, but I got stuff to do, as Steve Jessup says, and we just didn't really have as much to talk about this week as we normally do, but we are still very much waiting on further clarification from Rocklahoma as far as lineup times and how everything's going to roll out. And since it looks like we've got some different teams handling some different things in there. So I'm so excited that Rocklahoma has returned to Pryor Creek Music Festivals with all of the founders and all of that, as well as these upcoming shows, including Michael Freeman's 55 Years of Badassness this weekend at Badass Renee's, featuring Stanley's Revenge, I Forget, Copper Soul, Stilnoct, 8 p.m. doors with a 9 p.m. show. Like I said, I'm going to do my best to get up there, and I hope to see everyone there at Badass Renee's this week on the 21st. Once again, let's give another shout out to our proud sponsors, DEB Concerts, as well as At Your Service Reynolds, as well as Rockavet, giving them gift of music. Yeah, giving the gift of music, which is medicine and therapy, to all of our warriors that put their names on the dotted line to risk it all for our freedoms. That's yours and mine. Yes, that was a good rhyme. I'm gonna have to write that down. We're gonna have to do a play on that one. Also, we want to acknowledge and thank Angel of Photography by Angel Lee, aka Rebel, for bringing us those stunning images of all of those festivals that we cover. Make sure you check her out on Facebook, or if you got a band or an event and you need some professional photography, holler at our girl Angel Lee. Once again, Photography by Angel Lee. Rocklahoma Bitches, we always at a local event near you. We appreciate you guys for your sponsorship. Remember that you can still get your swag from Christy or Kendra. I think they've got details on how you can get some new swag that they've been working on. They're so excited. I don't know what they've released or what they're telling you and what not telling you, but there's some really cool designs that they've been mulling over, and I'm so excited to see what all they put out this coming year as we head into a new year. Also, a huge shout out to the Big Old Bus, bringing a busload of debauchery and everything that they do for the Rocklahoma campgrounds, including all of those those events that they have going on all week, as well as the parties that we'll just face it, they get crazy out there in the campgrounds. Also, a lot of love to Metalcore Clothing for producing our last couple of shirts, which are the Tribal Skull, which you see there at the bottom of your screen, as well as a proud member of the local music scene. And make sure you keep following Surviving Rocklahoma, because we've got another design that we are going to be mulling over and releasing this year. So, with that being said, y'all, I tell you what, it was a short and sweet show, but everything went just according to plan. So for that, let's have another cheers. And I am going to finish off this Angry Santa Spice London Ale, courtesy of Prior Liquor Wines and Spirits. I hope everybody has a pleasant evening, and cheers to all of you all. But that does it all for me, folks. And like I like to say at the end of every show, remember to stay on the positive side of life. And as always, rock on.